come on, man.
All right, who we here with?
Butler, man, aka Mr. Butler, Brother Butler.
AKA the best day of my life.
Yeah, aka the best day of my life. Day, daytime. It's me, Henry's son, Diane boy.
All right, so I got a question for you, man.
That's usually how it works.
Be honest. In the gang culture in Georgia, is it based off of is it based off of protection, identity crisis, or
You probably want to ask me some real questions, bro.
Yeah, because
I'm not a gang member, bro. I don't have no. I interact with people that's in gangs, bro, but I can't tell you nothing about it.
So let me ask you this question, because you have been to prison. Do you think prison make people worse or better?
Depends on who the individual is. For some people, it make them better. For some people, it make it worse. You have some individuals who go and learn more about breaking the laws. Some people go to prison, bro, and they lose themselves. Some people go to prison, they find themselves. Some people go in heterosexuals and come out homosexuals. Some people, there's a lot of people out here that look like heterosexuals, but they homosexuals.
And not, your generation was a little bit different than mine.
All right. Next question, bro.
It's always the old people, man. Y'all always be angry for no reason.
So you saying ain't no gay young dudes?
It's gay young dudes, but y'all hide it. This generation ain't hiding.
Y'all, bro. I'm not gay.
Nah, you definitely not gay. But when I say y'all, I mean your generation. So don't take it.
So your generation don't hide it.
No, your generation hide it.
No, I said, but your generation don't hide it.
Nah, they don't hide it.
Okay, I can go for that.
Y'all try to be homo thugs and still goddamn act like y'all ain't doing that.
I would have to agree. I would have to agree that there are some people my age who
did all that in prison and come home and act like everything good. So what's something in prison you had to unlearn when you came home? That's a good one.
I had toned down my aggressiveness to one degree or another. I think that in prison you have to always be on point. Like the next move could be somebody getting stabbed up or somebody getting hit with a lock or somebody, you know what I mean? And when you're on the streets, bro, it's just not the case. You can walk away. You can stay away, or you can block somebody, so you don't have to be in a situation like that.
Yeah, I could go for that. All right, that was a good one. When you went in for the first time, what hit you the hardest mentally?
I only been one time, bro.
I only been one time too.
I think just not being there for my child. Are all these gonna be prison questions? You can ask some real questions, bro.
All right. So I want to piggyback for you not able to be there for your child. What advice will you give somebody that was in your same predicament and was out of their child's life because of something that they did to put them in prison?
Say that one more time.
What would be the advice that you give somebody in the same predicament that you was? What age did you get out?
29.
29. How old was your
9.
9? So that's a good question. So what I'm saying is, if somebody got out and their daughter was 9 or their kid was 9, what advice would you give them?
Figure out a way to put them in I was in, despite of whether they 9, 19, 29, and 39. You can't go back. You can't go back and fix anything. Try to move forward. Try to find some common bond. You cannot go back, bro. You can't buy love. But I would say, just try to spend as much time with them as possible. Try to create a new energy. and try to be as transparent as possible, try to be as honest as possible. And that's it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I always wanted to ask that question because my dad did 16 years in prison. He got out when I was 18, and I know your situation is not the same, but it might be a little simpler. But then again, 9 and 18 is way
9 and 18, them
yeah,
males and females are a lot
way
different too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you are a gang member and a kung fu master, so.
Yeah. I'm an old man now. They call me Uncle Ed, but that's for another story.
Right.
So, when you go out to do these anger management classes and interventions, what is your goals to get? What is your goals when you're talking to the youth?
To get them to think on a different realm, to get them to get the shifting of the paradigm, if that makes sense, to get them to understand conflict resolution, critical thinking, and the elements of emotional intelligence. I think that if we can get focused in on our goal, like if I catch a kid and they're like, I ask them, one of the questions I ask them is this: let's take money out of the equation. Pretend all your bills are paid. Anything you want, you can have, but you got to get up every day and you have to do something. What would that thing be? So,
what does most of them say?
It's various answers, bro. I asked one kid last weekend, he said he wanted to be a chemical biologist.
That's a good one.
And he is actually on his way to Tuskegee. And I've heard everything from lash tech to clothes designer. Yesterday, I was in the class with males and females. And so I asked this question. What I'm trying to figure out is, how do I get you to wake up every morning with your goal in mind? Because a lot of times we wake up, and it'll originate because I ask kids, hey, did you go to school today? They're like, yeah. Tell me one thing that you learned. When you learn nothing. So I just try to get them in the habit of, if you're going to go somewhere and be there for 8 hours, require that something be learned. And so within that, they know that I'm going to ask them, they know that I'm going to feed them, but I want you to also be thinking about what you want to do with your life. Every day that you wake up, if you think about what you want to do with your life, then you're more likely to first adopt that as a form of thinking and maneuvering, and it'll give you, in my personal opinion, I think it'll give you purpose. I think what a lot of people don't do is they don't give the generations under you a whole lot of credit. When I understand that this is our youth, this is our strength, and if we don't help them get to where they need to be, then shit, it's gonna get really weird. But we have to be intentional about that, and we have to be honest about, where we're at. We got kids. I got kids in my class, bro. When I have questions, they like the multiple choice questions because they don't like to write stuff out. They don't like to read. They don't like to write. They type. And so I make them write. I ask them to write. So I hope that answered the question.
All right, yeah, that sounds about right. So, do you get a good feeling out of helping the community? Because I know when it comes down to like being a community activist, I think that you the only one that I really see. Like, I've been riding with you, and you'll go do some things, and you'll be happy that you call it going to go save the world. Like, you'll be happy.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If I wasn't, bro, I'd probably be depressed because I wouldn't have nothing to look forward to. Like, so when it comes to like basic stuff, like traveling and having money and having your way, I've never been the richest person in my circle, but I done had a couple of dollars. But I done had some money and felt empty on the inside. You see what I'm saying? I'm waiting on the check right now. And I was waiting on it yesterday, but when I was in class and I was teaching and kids that were supposed to be bad was raising their hand, bro, I felt free. I really felt free. Like I felt like I was. And when all the other teachers let their kids go like 15 minutes early, my kid like, man, we ain't supposed to leave till 7. Mr. Butler, we want to stay till 7. So how we do success? Man, that's the dopest. That's the realest shit ever right there. But when we was working, we was out of town, bro, I was making decent money.
But you wasn't happy at all.
Yeah,
I
bro, I
know
was
that.
depressed, bro. Like I was, bro. And then I would have so much hate in me, like just like
you would just wake up on the BS, like you weren't happy at all.
No, bro, cause I ain't doing that. I'm not contributing to nothing, bro. And it depresses me if I go and I can't help, bro. Helping, it may sound selfish, bro, but helping make me feel happy. It make me feel like I'm doing something. Like, and if I'm not helping, like even if I go a couple of days and I don't interact with somebody, bro, I start feeling like shit on the inside, bro. I just start feeling bad. So and it's almost like a drug, because if I don't sacrifice myself or put myself in a position where I can be beneficial to somebody else, it get dark over here, nigga. I'm talking about like damn near suicidal thoughts, like for real. So
I can go for that, cause I remember we was out of town, and you was just snappy, and then you went and did a week. You went, did a week. I don't know if you just went on vacation for that week, or you actually helped some people. You came back. I ain't never really seen you that happy. Like you was happy for about another good 2 or 3 weeks. So whatever you did, you could definitely tell that you was glowing.
Yeah, man. It's something God put on me, man. It's something God put on me, bro.
And then I like to say, you got some people that just do this for money and do this because of what you call it. But one thing I really can say about you is you do this out the goodness of your heart. Like I done seen you go to bat for, it's not a lot of money, but some people would just literally do this as a job.
No, that's true. That's true.
It.
Yeah, I think that, and then that comes from people who came before me too, bro. Like it's some people that fought for us to be able to sit down and have a conversation like this. You see what I'm saying? So then these people sacrificed, and then they died, and bro, they didn't do it for themselves. They did it for us. So they kind of paid it forward. So if we interacting and we don't do something to pay it forward, what really have we done? Because when you leave, all the stuff that you possess, bro, somebody eventually gonna come and get it. All the stuff that we got, bro, that's not gonna fade in the wind, bro. This house, that property, your jewelry, your whatever, man, it's gonna eventually belong to somebody else.
And not take it with you.
Nothing. So then what is all this? What is it all for? And then so the only impression that I know that could be everlasting is, what if I teach this person something positive and helpful, and then they can teach somebody else, and then, okay, man, I added to the complexity of things, bro. I added to the solution of things. And if you looking for a reason to be alive, which I have on several occasions, bro, I just be like, bro, this makes sense to me. Everything else, it'd be some bullshit. Even well, I'm not gonna touch on it, but it's just like some of the stuff from a religious perspective, I just be like, bro, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. I understand you doing it because somebody else told you to do it, but then I be like, bro, how much of my life is based on things that I learned myself? Like I know that if I jump off that balcony, shit, I'm gonna get hurt. But how much of my life is centered around fears, beliefs, and understanding that people have pushed upon me? You see what I'm saying? This is not really my belief. This is something I picked up what you putting down. All right, man, that don't, what other people be saying a lot of times, bro, it don't be making sense to me. And I can't pretend to be convicted by your conviction, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
That's fair stuff. Also, do you have any kids to where you just feel like they're just there for the food and there's nothing you could do? You just have to leave it up to God's hand.
That's a really good question. That's a real good question, bro. So I think where I'm at in the evolution of my case management and being an asset to my community, bro. Whenever I go into a class, I always bring food. And if you just came there for the food, hey man, go on ahead and eat up. But in order for you to sit in one of my classes and not learn something, you got to be dead set on not learning something. And what I'm learning about these kids, man, these kids are really powerful, bro. They're really much stronger than what we believe they are, bro. These people, man, I did a debate class yesterday, bro, with some people that's supposed to be bad. And man, these people understand arguing the affirmative and arguing the negative. And when we started talking about it, I was kind of baffled. I was baffled to the point where one of the kids who's supposed to be the bad guy, he's saying, nah, man, we still got some more time in here. You see what I'm saying? So I think that I don't expect for you to come to my class and just your whole life gonna change. But some of us have teachers, we have people, we have men and women and incidents that affect us for life. Where it's just like, you know what, because I did this. Whenever you speak of your big homie, I can't think of his name, but there's nothing but it's just respect that you have. Like, no, not shouting. He showed me 1, 2, 3. So then, but despite all the weird ass questions I asked, I understand that that's the reason you rely so much on principle, because somebody came in and showed you some shit that was principle based. So I understand that I ain't gonna try to baptize you and everything gonna change, but I'm trying to put something on your mind that you can always go back to. And if you ever start searching for truth and you looking for truth, you'll come back. So that's why I started using things that are globally recognized, like emotional intelligence, critical thinking, conflict resolution. Because if I don't teach you nothing but what these names are, shit, you come back. You can come back, not to me, but you can come back to this stuff and realize you can get back on track with it. So, yeah. But there are some kids I done talk to, and I just be like, some of us got different journeys. When I say I ain't gonna say some of us got different journeys. Some of us harder than others. And then also I understand that sometimes it be the people that be in charge. Some case managers, some people, some programs just not good for people. I don't care how much funding they got. I'd be looking at some stuff and I just be like, I don't know what the end result of that is, but it looked like some bullshit from him.
Cause I know when I was a little kid, they basically just used to give us a whole bunch of money for fun and just take us out. They weren't telling us nothing.
You're not helping like that, bro.
Yeah.
But then that's also why I don't be liking to feed the hungry. Cause when you feed the hungry, you're not helping them. You going out there and you feeding the hungry, but you taking pictures and shit of yourself. It make you feel good.
Make you feel good, but
you're not helping, bro. You're not helping these people. You want to help this person, man. Help them feed themselves. That's real growth. That's real growth. When you get out here and I'm just like, we're going down. It's somebody hungry on Trinity Avenue right now.
But see, I gotta play devil's
advocate, nigga.
You know what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Right.
But I gotta disagree with you on that in a way, because sometimes you got some homeless people, you could offer them a job and everything and they not gonna want it because a lot of them are addicts.
No, that's true. Now that is very true, bro. That's true.
I done seen with my own 2 eyes in Marietta somebody offering like I'm with the supervisor at Tip Top. The man say, I could get you a job right now. The man didn't want nothing to do with
that, bro. Bro, I met a white guy, man. We just kind of clicked it off, man. We was around about the same age and went to high school at the same, we knew some of the same people, but he was living on Covington Highway by the subway on 285 in the subway. He had this tarp up there, bro, and he worked with me, bro. He did real good work. So I thought that he was gonna think that I was on some gay stuff, cause I offered to pay for the man hotel. Then he showed me a picture of his girlfriend. He had a black girlfriend. She had dreads. She was pretty. And he was like, bro, I can go stay with her. I said, why the fuck is you sleeping over here in these woods then? And that's when he started talking sideways, not disrespectful, but I was like, oh, you on the good dope. You on that good dope.
Yeah.
You know, and bro, I just had a situation that, man, my cousin just called me and said some shit, bro. And I was just like, bro, you and try to sell me some, man, try to sell me something, man. I was like, bro, what would make you think that I would, you not listen to nothing that I got going on, bro? Bro, this close from getting a police badge, my nigga. What make you think you can call me and tell me some shit like this? Bro, I'm not messing with you or that. You on small stuff, bro.
Yeah, he definitely tripping.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. How you close to getting a police badge? This is new.
I ain't really close to getting a police badge, but at 50 years old, bro, I look at a man as a man. I ain't so caught up in my past that I can't see that a man provide for his family as a man. I don't give a damn what your title is. Yeah. I have wardens that I can call, but I also know some real gang members that'll stab your ass up and get you. I can call these niggas too. I don't want to be no police and I don't want to be no gang member. But some people be like, the people that have the administrative power, they like, oh, you too close to the street dudes. Then the street dudes be like, one of my partners seen me in a suit in a bow tie. He was like, bro, I thought you were one of them people. And he was that free. He said it right there. He was just like, bro, I thought you were one of them people.
I used to think that too when I first seen you, and I seen like how you had your how you was with coaching them.
Yeah.
When you put me in that room and we were just talking, is what you call it.
Yeah.
First thing I thought was, this nigga done put me in here with 12. It ain't nothing but bald head nigga, bro.
Bro, this is the thing right here, man. And then like I ain't subscribing to no real street nigga shit. Like, bro, hey man, if the same car roll up my street 2-3, I call the police. I call the police for fun just to make sure the numbers still work. But I'm not abiding by none of this. And I have people that's in chain gang, the street niggas that'll call me on some, hey man, listen, if any of this shit can be used against you in court, bro, don't say that shit around me. Cause I can't stand it. It ain't gonna take nothing for me to tell on your ass. I ain't keeping it real with nobody, man. I ain't doing none of that shit. For what? What we doing? I am a civilian, bro. If I can help you get out of jail and put some food on your plate, I don't give a damn if you the police, you the president, you a convicted felon, or you a dope fiend. If I can help another human, I don't care what color you is. If I can help another human, that's what I'm gonna be. I don't have no alliance with nobody. But don't put me in no situation where I feel like I'm gonna have to compromise my freedom. I had to block one of my home. Well, he wasn't really my home. I'm talking to him. He in chain gang. He got some gang affiliation, and I'm telling him, bro, this shit a straight narrow edge, bro. He talking about, bro, I just need for you to put some of my cash out, bro. You not listening to me? I can't put nothing there. He said, man, it ain't nothing but a cash out, bro. I don't even like where this conversation going.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you finna do with this. Listen, man, I don't have no money for you, man. Don't ask me to do none of that. Don't put me in no situation like that.
Okay, so what happens if he would've said, okay, you can't put it on my books because you're not visitation. What happens if he would have said, just write up a money order and put $20 on my books? Would that been okay?
I don't have it. You gotta figure out somebody. If you need me to, call your people or something and try to get them to put some money in your book, I don't have it. I just don't. It just gonna start something. Cause I used to be a chain gang nigga, and I know how, sometimes, bro, all we need is this. Yeah. So it's gonna take this, and then the play may be a 12-month play. And in 12 months, you're going to be expecting it right there. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna keep. So when I sense this,
one thing about the chain gang people is they premeditated.
Like
all they do is they got nothing but time.
So I seen where it was going. And it wasn't no disrespect to him. Yeah. And I couldn't even explain it to him. Because he called. I said, bro, how you get my other number? You got this. You called. No, fuck, I did. Somebody else gave you this number. Yeah. So But I couldn't explain them. I see your mentality. I see that shit unfolding.
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to deter you or discourage you. This ain't your concert, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't it. And I ain't finna keep going back. I got to block your ass. That's how I'm gonna have to do. I'm just gonna have to stop all conversation, and this shit just have to die right here, bro. Cause I'm not about to get caught up with none of that. None of that.
Then you gotta realize you already got the warden saying you too cool
See what I'm
with the
saying?
inmates, and then the inmates saying that you
Yeah,
too
and then I
cool.
done missed opportunities. You see what I'm saying? I
messing around with y'all.
Yeah, but the thing is, I ain't never on the BS. Like, I'm not trying to recruit for no gang. I ain't trying to send no drone in. If I'm talking, every time I talk to a gang member, including you, I'd be like, bro, how can we get to where peace is? Even if I only bring it up during the conversation once, I always bring it up. I have never interviewed a gang member and not talked about how can we resolve all the fuckery. Cause even if I don't know what I be doing sometimes. I know I ain't on no BS, but if I could put something on the mind of an individual who has control over other people's lives, sometimes it take just asking the question. Even though niggas be like, bro, it's never gonna be peace, bro. It's never gonna. I'm gonna ask that shit every time I talk to you, bro. And then also, if I'm talking to a war and I'm talking to an ex-GDC officer, I'm gonna be like, well, did you ever meet some good people? Or how do you address it? Or how can it be peace? If you don't never talk to people, bro, how can you expect for anything
to happen,
prosperous to happen?
Because you done been around all type of people. You done been around Victor Hill. You done been around Rick, the real Rick Ross. Like, you done been around some famous and some good people.
Right.
And one thing I can say is I can give you the neutral pass because it ain't gonna never be no side. Like, I know if, like, I done came to you on personal tip and talk to you about what's going on with me and my family. You ain't never had no side. If I know it's one person that's gonna be neutral,
yeah,
I know it's you.
Yeah.
And I can respect that.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of people that you can't go through. They're gonna choose a side.
You can't. But with me, I'll listen to everything you got to say. But
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's some bullshit right there. You sure? My brother be getting mad at me because this my brother from Chain Gang. And when he married his wife, that made her my sister. In real life, in real time. So guess what? You can't call me complaining about her. Cause once you put her on the rim of being my sister, that's my sister. Hey, listen, I don't want to hear that shit you talking about, bro. I just don't. And it's some people that get introduced and it don't be no liking. It is what it is. And if you want to be the person that tell me all the bad shit about them, it's cool. But if you asking me for a response, hey man, there's some bullshit you on. You sound stupid as a motherfucker right now. So
Nah, you done told me that a couple times.
Yeah, I think anything else is me working towards what my agenda is, and then I'm gonna be manipulating you, and then you one of the people that you'll allow somebody to manipulate you, but you'll be taking the score the whole time, and you'll be like, yep. Okay, so when you do whatever you do, you already said, because that nigga think we on strike 2. This nigga way on strike 5, bro. it ain't no going back. You tried me then, and I didn't tell you that I understood that you tried me. Then you tried me again. Then you tried me 4 more times. So that's why I slapped the shit out you. See what I'm saying? So
and then it's like when you go back and you start looking at that, damn, bro, he definitely right. I did this, I did.
Yep. But see, what I seen that with y'all like this. When you get mad, it's not just you tip that over now, man. That's not how that works. That's not how you're. And a lot of people, especially the younger generation, that. Case in point, I was at Lil B. He fed the homies Saturday. I'm doing an interview with Silk, who just did 31 years. So then he bring the chessboard over here, and then he bring one of the people from the hood over there. He like, man, I want y'all to play. I'm like, bro, this ain't gonna end how you think it's gonna end. I spanked him up. But then there's another dude that come along. He was like, man, you can set them pieces up. I said, I got a chessboard in the truck. I could really kill all this shit at the same time.
Man, I got a bad experience with you. You the reason why I never gambled.
Bro, he said, man, the older dude started talking to the younger dude. He was like, man, you sitting here like he said, he called that man, he didn't call him a bitch, but he was like, you sit here acting like a bitch. So the young dude, the first 2 or 3 times, he didn't say nothing. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, he probably ain't been to chain gang. Or I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Like, even though you called me a bitch, I gotta give you 4 or 5. That's gonna make it seem like I'm right when I spaz the fuck out.
When he got to like that 3rd to 4th one,
yeah,
everything changed. That nigga went from bending over backwards to bending over like this. He was like, call me a bitch one more time. Get what I started doing. I ain't lying. Me and Lemonhead started rolling the moonwalk. So your daddy was out there. I was like, you can't talk to them in white ears like that, bro. That's what I do know. You can't talk to them folks in any kind of way. And you don't know what they are. That man said, call me bitch one more time. He said, I don't care about none of the other stuff. Call me a bitch again. Call me a bitch one more time. I said, yep, it's time to get the fuck up out of here. It's time to go. Lemonhead was like, I'm already with you, nigga. He went to unplug it. I was like, yeah, but
I know my dad probably creeping to that
truck. When I seen that, I was like, yep, it's a wrap, but it's a wrap. Let's go and clean this shit on up. I started picking up trash and rolling the moonwalk out of the way. You can't disrespect them folks like that.
We already in the bluff too,
you
so
see
that's
what I'm saying?
Really strike 6.
I was like, but I had to learn it the hard way. One day I was at my dad's house, rest in peace to Henry Butler, and some of the young dudes around there that was with some of the young girls, so a bunch of people. And I think I'm like fresh home. I ain't fresh home, but my 12-year-old like 6 or something like that. You know what I mean? And the young dudes, me not realizing what kind of relationship they got with my daddy. It's my daddy's birthday, and he like, he old, but they was grabbing the food before him, and then they was smoking, and he didn't want them smoking. So when one of the young dudes had hopped up, I had said something to him, but I didn't know him. But I was just like, bro, fuck y'all nigga got going on. So when I'm looking at him, I'm seeing a little boy. Cause I was like, bro, this nigga like my oldest child age. I'm just like, man, that young nigga piped up. He was just like, bro, who the fuck you talking to? Such and when he started doing that, I started doing the math. I was like, man, you got your daughter right here, your daddy right here. It's not a time to match that energy.
Yeah,
it's not time.
Cause you gotta think about it. If you would have had to match that energy times 10.
I gotta go
the
all
pride,
the way. I gotta fuck you up right now. I gotta choke you and dive into the swimming pool if I'm gonna do anything.
Then I gotta worry about that. You got your daughter and your parent right there.
Guess what I did? Summer, let's go. She was like, we just got here. Summer, let's go. We finna leave. I apologize to this nigga walking away. My bad. I seen him again when I was on the ice cream truck though. That's how long ago this was. And I was like, if I really wanted to fuck this nigga, he don't even know that he buying ice cream from me.
From me, yeah.
But my point in saying it is, you cannot talk to these young guys any kind of way.
Can't.
You gotta come with respect and don't. Hey, one thing I do know about y'all, the younger y'all get, the less fear y'all have.
Yeah.
The less fear, it just be like consequences out there.
Now I feel like it's different now, cause like I just now calmed down when I hit 30. When I was still in my 20s, even 20, you couldn't say nothing like that to me. Okay. It's like sometimes you mature at age. That's what I'm trying to tell people.
Yeah.
That 30 is different from that 29 because it's still there.
Yeah.
When you hit 30, you just be like, oh, hell no, I can't do this no more.
Yeah, man. I be in fear of guys who my age and they be thinking that they can come at these folks because you got that old man strength. Listen to me, man.
That shit don't mean nothing. Cause they not finna fight you. They gonna pop your ass.
And you thinking it's just 2 of them. It's 12 of them.
12, you being generous. Nigga, it's 30, 40 of them, man.
They finna be like some piranhas. I have seen it so many times to the point where don't disrespect them, bro. Do not disrespect these YNs. Don't do that, bro. That's not good. It's not gonna be good for you, bro. So
you better be lucky if you. you better be lucky if you get jumped. That's a one-on-one
Nah,
nowadays.
for real.
Yeah. They will pop your ass.
Like, for real. And I had a fight on me, and I just be like, I could get to not giving a fuck, but he woke up on not giving a fuck. So
and that's a big difference. When you wake up every day and not give a fuck versus a nigga that only wakes up like that 2 times a week,
it's different.
Who you think gonna win? This nigga got more experience than you.
Yeah, I gotta get lucky every day. He just need one opportunity to
And then you gotta think about it. These YNs, they'll be having kids and everything. They don't care. All they care about is waking up and wishing a nigga would.
Bruh.
I know it, cause that's how I used to think. I usually used to wake up like you said. You just said how I used to be, and I'm kind of still like this. I'll let somebody try me for 5, 6, 7 times.
Yep.
And then on that,
it's gonna be that. Today, you know what? Today gonna be that day.
Today I'm finna do. I just went through that at work with somebody.
That's how you used to roll, though. I actually see it, and I was like, man, I can tell 2 personalities. Like, they told me you snapped on the Jamaican dude at work.
Yeah, I definitely had to snap on him because he pulled the headphones out of my thing, and I was just like, who the I done jacked them up in these folks, y'all. Who the hell you think you talking to?
This is an elderly man that you done snatched up.
Yeah, but he put his hands on me first, and then the person that I'm talking to on the phone was my best friend. My best friend on the phone calmed me down. Don't do it to him, Ed. Listen, like, he don't even know. She was on that phone.
You used to look like a goofy.
Yeah.
Until a person get to know you.
Yeah.
Back in
I had the geek glasses. Fat. Yeah.
You had them glasses, and I was like, one time I was like, he ain't got no back down. Now his back down game some bullshit. He back it down. Yeah, he don't know how to back down. And he ain't got no feel, because I was like, let me talk a little loud and scream at him. He was like, all right, come on. I was like, yeah, this nigga built different. Let me, where my knife at? I'm gonna have to stab the shit out of this nigga right here, bro.
And then, because I had got into it with one of your cousin's folks, and I just Justin, he's your cousin.
Yeah. I
had got into it with his folks, and they had called you. He had called. I had called you, and he had called Justin.
Yeah.
And Justin was like, he gonna go, and he was like, this one don't go too. So the whole time we getting into it, he got a pistol on him. I don't care. This how much fear I didn't have. I'm real close to him. Like, yeah, I'm finna get this girl.
I said, bro, this ain't gonna end how y'all think this shit gonna end. I said, it's gonna end real bad. Listen.
Cause he had his money on his guy, and I'm telling him, bro, this shit, bro, this not going how you going. So the whole time, that whole day, I start getting calls from Chain Gang. I'm getting calls from Chain Gang on the Crip shit. I got him on. I want him to hear this. I got him on speakerphone. This nigga looking. I'm like, yeah, violate that nigga. That nigga looking. He driving the car. He looking like, what the fuck? So he go back and he tell Justin and y'all, oh no, that's a real Chain Gang Crip. This shit was funny as fuck.
Hey man. I done had some of the misunderstandings. I had to get my anger under control.
Yeah, you did. At that time, you had bad anger, but I can say the only person that wanted to be in the room with you was me. Cause it's like, them niggas, they don't know how to just, bro, I done been to work, bro. I done been with your ugly ass for 12, 13 hours, bro. When we get in this room, shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
Your ass used to disappear, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga at? You don't see you again till 4 o'clock in the morning.
I done found me something on the internet. Oh, goddamn.
If you work, we worked 5 o'clock in the morning till maybe 5 o'clock in the
9.
evening. You see what I'm saying?
Sometimes, yeah.
So then, bro, I'm with this person all day long, bro. When we get back to the hotel, bro, I don't want to be around. But I think we kind of mesh different, because we might hit the gym.
Yeah, we'll hit the gym, and then after that, we'll go to the room, and that's it. You ain't finna see us until it's time, the morning time. That's why I like dealing. I like being in the room with you. When I went to the room with the other dude that was from Tennessee, he just had. I'm glad that you fucking bitches did, but you got too much company coming out here. I don't know these girls. You don't. You
y'all have some traffic coming.
POF. He got too much traffic. He got his home. He got his girl. you know what I'm saying, another girl come, he think this shit cool, and the whole time I'm like, let some come up missing, I'm gonna slap the dog shit.
See, that's why I had a misunderstanding with my own blood, bro, cause we was switching, we was like different hotels, going state to state. And then I remember one day I got back to the hotel room I was in, bro, somebody had been messing with my stuff. I was like, bro, what's going on? Bro, that when the chain gang hit, and I just, without even thinking about, bro, it's some bread and some peanut butter. Bro, my mind went straight back to chain gang.
Cause you gotta think about it. It's yours. You don't pay for it. That's how people be thinking. And in a sense, you right. But it's still some chain gang mentality.
Stuff, bro.
Cause it's like, it's the principality.
Bro, I had to apologize. I had did so much apologizing. I was just like, bro, sometimes when you be coming home, that's why I be believing.
But see, that's what I used to try to tell your cousin. You can't mess with everybody because you don't know how people was
but then you
brought up.
also got to understand that niggas in my family, bro, a
They'll
lot of them have
try.
not been to chain gang.
Yeah, and
but
just
these niggas just naturally some assholes. Like, they don't give a fuck. All that, like, this is what I say, you niggas are some horrible victims. You niggas are horrible victims because they don't scare easily. And it's just like, okay, all right, then what, motherfucker? That's just the mentality.
That's how they is. Cause I used to, like, when I used to interact with your cousin sometimes and I would see how he'll think, I'd just be in my head like, he lucky he Butler cousin. Like,
but you know how many times I done heard that?
Like,
bro, some chain gang shit. That was your cousin. I'll fuck him up.
Yeah.
And then this a real.
Cause they really thought that they was a mob. Like, you
but
couldn't tell.
Listen to what I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you that them niggas ain't going quietly.
No, I could go for that.
Them niggas ain't going quietly. I ain't scared of nobody. What I'm saying is, all right, now what? You think that's the end of it? That ain't finna be the end of it. Ain't gonna
You
be
gotta
the end
think
of it.
about it. Your cousin's playing with that check too.
My cousin told me one day, man, he said, man, listen, because I had somebody had that really cross the line. He say, I know you want to fuck him up today. He say, but give it 6 months. He say, if you wait 6 months and you still want to fuck him up, we'll have him fucked up.
Who the hell you think? Like, I just remember because I remember they were finna pay me to slap the shit out of somebody. And I kind of fucked with them too. It was, matter of fact, it was the light-skinned dude that I ended up moving in this room.
Yeah. And I told him don't do
yeah,
that.
and you had called me. I ain't know nothing about it. And you had called me. And when you told me about it, you was like, Ed, please stay up out of it. But in my head, when you told me that, I was already on it. I'm not getting in that shit 100.
Like, man, we'll pay Ed $100 to slap the shit out of this nigga. I said, man, listen, don't do that. That ain't gonna be good. Then I'm like, I know your daddy, so I'm like, I'm not finna.
And in my mind, when he told me that, I ain't planning on slapping him. You finna pay me $100. I might well just beat this nigga ass. Like, that what my mentality was. I never had no intentions of slapping him, bro. You don't play with no grown ass man like that.
I know that your daddy know that you out of town with me.
Yeah.
So I'm not finna put you in no situation that I can't come back and talk to him about.
And then on top of that, well, we just seen these folks having guns. You know what I'm saying? They got guns and y'all know about it, and they really just all over the place.
It's crazy, but I learned a lot about being in those situations, but in those situations, bro, it made me, I had to try to figure out a way to get back into the classroom and try to figure out how can I do something that I really love doing. And that's where I'm at now.
Now, saving, you definitely, like, you got some people that do stuff for persona. When it come down to saving the kids and saving people, you definitely did that. Cause I ain't gonna cap, like, when I first met you, what a lot of people don't know is he saved me and my dad relationship. It was like two gorillas getting ready to rumble.
Cause then y'all both your daddy was on my caseload.
Yeah.
And you weren't trying to talk to him. But when I look at y'all situation, I don't just see y'all situation. I said, damn, bro, what if when I came home and my daughter was calling me by my first name, or when we went to the father-daughter dance and she danced with her stepdaddy, and bro, what if I had a mediator that could have helped me out? So I'm just like, I couldn't bring peace in that situation.
Yeah.
So I'm finna try to help this situation now. And I'm gonna go above and beyond, cause nigga, what if the situation, what if you have an opportunity to talk to a father who just coming home and trying to connect with their daddy? You gonna understand both sides. You see what I'm saying? You gonna be like, hey man, that nigga ain't listening to that shit. That shit you doing. I'm telling you, cause I have gone through that.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to that.
You definitely talk some sense in it, and that's one thing I can say, like, out of like all the people that done talk to him, when you talk to him, you definitely talk, like, you one that could talk some sense in him. Right. I think everybody else, they really just act like his peer, or they don't really talk to him like that.
Right.
And you,
but see, he ain't gonna listen to everybody.
Yeah, he ain't gonna listen. Like I feel like I get more of a, if I bring you in something and I tell you to talk and I know I'm dead to the right and you go and talk to him, I ain't gotta hear that conversation. But next time we talk, he gonna know he wrong.
Right.
Versus me going to like his brother or somebody like that, he's not gonna listen. It's not gonna be, because the approach is different. Yeah. I don't know how you get it, but you get it,
bro.
And that's what you did at that point, because y'all had put us in a therapy session, and I just wouldn't. I don't know.
Your ass was going.
I wasn't going, man. This light skinned nigga got curly hair. His wife make more than him, and you think you finna tell me about it? See, if he would have never said that though, that his wife make more than him, I probably would have listened.
Just that alone
made me feel like he was a bitch ass nigga.
We could talk, bro. Yeah. You was really an asshole, bro, at 18 years old.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, for real. Like, you was letting your nuts hang for real. You was like, nah, fuck that. I ain't doing that. And you'll hear a motherfucker out. You be like, oh, here. All right, shoot, I'm game. Shake the dice. Roll the dice. Let's see.
And you be like, nah. I just remember, I told a nigga before, he was trying to talk some sense to me. I said, go ahead and waste your oxygen. Like I do before. And he just looked at me and walked away.
Bro, you was ignorant as hell, bro. Like, bro, you was almost like, you couldn't come directly to you. You gotta see a person in action. So you gotta see me lose my temper and be like, oh, this really is, this a nigga with a bow tie.
But
what's going on?
You never had to do that starting off. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I kind of knew it. Like, when I heard you on the phone, like, you talk more proper than what you talk now. So I already knew, okay, yeah, this is one of us. Versus going, they should have just had, that's what I told them. I told you, I said, they might as well have you, if you do the therapy session, I'll listen. I don't want to listen to nothing that nigga got to say.
This man got real degrees on the wall. He done went and did his.
He just went to school. The only difference between you and him is he went to school. You got field education. He just got book education.
Bro, you know what? Sometimes I can learn from everybody. Yeah. I can learn from everybody, but it's some things, bro. I think you just got. And I'm not gonna say if you ain't never sit in no cell, you ain't gonna be able to understand. But it's just certain things that I understand how ignorant the streets can get.
And then sometimes I'll do some ignorant shit just to get out the situation.
Do that.
Because I just don't feel that is right. Like, I go off, like, a lot of people be like, damn nigga, you're emotional. But sometimes, bro, my emotions get me out of a lot of situations by me just throwing the temper tantrum and getting up out of this. Like, it was something about that dude. Other than that, I felt that shit. And I just remember telling my dad, we good. If we gotta do this shit, we good. Let's get on up out of here.
But your dad, bro, he came home bro.
He's the only person that I've seen besides him and my partner Cash is two people that I done seen come out of Chain Gang and do a lot of time and act like nothing never happened and keep going.
That dude came out running fast. I was his case manager, bro. Bro, 2 months after his release, that man showed me his paycheck. That man had more than double what I was getting paid, bro.
Like, and that was at IFCO. He was just at IFCO at first.
Hey, man, that nigga had a plan, bro. I was like, bro, you need to be my case manager, bro. Because he was just making And I had a couple of people that be like that. I was like, but I love what I do. I said, but this nigga making money, bro. And I was like, bro, you not no CDL driver, bro. You not, that ain't your calling. But you had some people like that. But then I had some people to come home, bro. And I was just like, bro, it's just a matter of time. But I'm going to still try to put some work in. I had niggas steal my truck and everything, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to see, a lot of people don't like they like to talk about the good times. You don't just talk about the good times, you talk about the terrible times too.
You got to, bro.
You got to talk about the L's that you did.
The people that done died. If you go to college and you're on my caseload, I take pride in it. But if you die and I speak at your funeral, shit, I gotta take that on the chin too, cause I had an effect on your life. So if I contribute to your success, I gotta say, shit, I contributed to your death. It's something that I didn't do right. Now I'm not gonna take it and make me depressed. I'm gonna try to take it and learn from it and try to.
I was just gonna say that some people you just can't save, but I would rather you try to teach 1,000 people and you can only save 2 or 3.
See, you know what? I've always had a issue with that. Like, cause if you try to save 1,000, you can only. Cause I hear a lot of people say, if I could just change one person's life, hey man, if you got an auditorium full of people and you can only save one person, you should shut the fuck up and let somebody else talk. That's what I'm saying.
But that's how it is. You gotta think about it, right? If I get 1,000 people in the room and all of them is YNs, all they want to do is gang bang. They already got their mind made up before they come up in there. You got one person, he probably just joined the gang like how I did for like male role model. You can get him, but the rest of them is doing this for trend.
I believe that if it's 1,000 people in the room, I can get 1,001 people. That's just how my mind works. I'm just like, bro, based on your vocabulary, you can talk yourself into any type of situation. And I believe that people can be talked through any type of situation. You just got to get on the dialogue that person is on, and you got to find out what's important to them. What I'm learning now, sometimes I need to go in the room and shut the fuck up and just listen.
See, you never know how to do that. I'm glad that you learned.
Shut the fuck up. You just go in there and listen. With these young, bro, you just got to listen. If you listen, they gonna tell you everything you need to know. And you might not be able to use it back on them, but you can go to another room and be the coolest old head in the world. You see what I'm saying? Because now I know
sometimes like the old heads, they used to like do too much. Some of them, their approaches be weird. Some of them come up in there, I done did it, I done seen it. We don't want to hear that shit.
Bro, that shit is not gonna work.
That shit is not gonna work. And then you got some, and the ones that used to do this, I used to gravitate towards them. When you don't go in there and just talk about straight hood stuff, and you just act like you really care, them the ones that get more. Bro. And the ones that come in there on the, I did it, seen it, they don't want to listen to you.
If I see
because I'm gonna look at you as a traitor. That's how they looking at you as.
If I see a young dude, the same way there is room for growth, as a case manager, as a person or a mentor, there's also room for growth, because this like 15, 16 years of experience, bro. I have done some weird shit back in the day because I didn't understand how the human mind worked, or if a kid got ADHD or he ain't took his medication. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't hold it against nobody. But now I had to forgot, not my story, but when I go into a place, I'm so clinically sound that I go in and I'm picking up stuff, and then I'm talking to about 16 kids the other day, and then I say, yeah, when I was in prison, they're like, man, you was in prison? I was like, yeah, I was in prison. I had forgot to tell that story. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But it added so much, because now I already had your attention.
It just slipped, like, and then it was natural. Versus you coming in there
and starting off.
Yeah, they gonna look at you like this nigga again, because they done heard this already. I used to be like that,
bro. And then that people my age, that's really our problem. We think we know everything. We think we got this shit figured out, and we think we understand what those kids are going through. You don't.
You don't.
You don't. Just assume you have no fucking idea. and all that.
Cause the times is way
Bro.
different. I be trying to explain that
Listen,
to my
man,
own
I
father.
know
The
it-
time is different.
We all walked Kendall Road. We all went to South Carolina Mall. We all
Cameron
went to
Road is different
It's
now.
different, bro. It's different. Please don't go in there assuming because your life was a certain way that you can go in there and put this kid in the box. Man, y'all is not gonna get nowhere. You can't go in there and put one Band-Aid and fix everybody. Bro, you gotta shut up and listen and find out what's going on with these kids. For real, for real.
No, that's the honest truth. Cause like
You can stop it. How much time?
what you got?